Now, once Halloween is over, we'll start seeing the first signs of the winter holiday season. Unfortunately, that's the time of year that can cause a lot of stress, especially when it comes to making travel arrangements to go see your friends and family. And with us now to discuss ways to eliminate the holiday travel headaches is Kelli Grant from smartmoney.com. Good morning.
Good morning.
So when it comes to travel, one of the major stresses is like the prices just keep going up and up and up. We're getting charged for everything these days.
It really does seem like it, but actually this year prices are about 10% cheaper when you're talking about Thanksgiving and holiday fare than they were last year. Of course, that's a window that's going to slam shut pretty quickly. Prices are expected to rise probably within the next few weeks.
And so when you set a deadline, is that a good idea because you want to buy within these next few weeks?
You really do. I mean, at this point, you can still afford to be shopping around. If you don't like the prices, keep checking back a couple of times each day because the airlines are still moving prices around. But really try to book your Thanksgiving travel by the end of October and your winter holiday travel by mid-November at the latest, because about a month out from the holidays, that's when the prices really shoot up.
I've heard some theories like traveling on a Wednesday is the cheapest day, or going in the morning can sometimes help bring your price down. Is that flexibility a good idea?
A flexible date search is key this year because we've had most of the major carriers in recent weeks have put in place a $10 surcharge on popular travel days throughout the year, and that includes the Sunday after Thanksgiving and then the days after Christmas and New Year's. So if you travel on those days, you're going to pay a premium. Try one of the flexible date searches on Orbitz or Priceline, and that'll really help you figure out what's going to be the cheapest days for you to travel.
One of the bits of advice you give us is skip small hubs. Why?
Not necessarily small hubs, but what they're calling skimpy hubs this year.
Okay.
We're seeing airlines that are cutting back their capacity to make sure that every flight is a full one. And for consumers, that's problematic because, you know, if you miss a flight or your flight is delayed or canceled for any reason, there could be hours, even days, before the next available seat opens up. So you want to try to avoid flights where they're having, or hubs really, where they're having a lot of cutbacks. You can check farecompare.com for a good list.
And definitely the smaller hubs, I mean, those are, you're not going to get much of a selection in the flights in general, right?
You're probably not. I mean, in those cases, it really is best to fly direct and certainly to be cautious about, you know, booking your flights as early as possible.
Booking those flights as early as possible, why can that be the biggest help?
If you can, get the first flight out, even if it's ridiculously early and you're going to have to wake up early. Usually the earliest flight out originates at that airport, so there's less of a chance of it being delayed or canceled. The later on you wait, the more you risk you know, having a flight that's coming from across the country or another area where there might be delays, bad weather. Certainly we're getting into the time of year where you've got to worry about snowstorms as well.
With e-tickets these days, a lot of us just go to the airport and we'll print everything out when we get there, and we don't really bring any information with us. Is there any info that you should keep on hand that'll maybe help with this whole process to make it smoother? This
is definitely a year that you want to pay attention and sign up to get email alerts from your airline. Because of the capacity reductions that they're putting in place, there's a lot of changes. You're going to see, you know, your flight time might change by a couple of minutes, your gate might change. We're actually even seeing some nonstop flights that are going to flights with a stopover. So if you suddenly realize that your flight that you booked is not convenient because they've changed it around so much, you may actually be able to call and get it changed back to, if not the original flight, then something close without paying a change fee.
Those change fees, we love them.
Very expensive these days, for sure.
All right, Kelli Grant from smartmoney.com. Thanks for being with us.